Is that why are marketers dodgy? All right, good question. And there's a lot to this question, and it's absolutely true. I always say you have to be when you're talking about marketers, you're talking about marketers, marketing agencies, etc. Right? Yeah. Um, you have to be careful of industries that have a very low barrier to entry, i.e., there is no, you don't have to go through a rigorous process to qualify before you can sell. For example, I want to be an airplane plane pilot. I ain't jumping no aeroplane before I've gone through flight school and a variety of different forced activities to be one. You can't even be a self-taught pilot and jump and start working for major airlines. You have to go through a rigorous process. When you have industries where you don't have to go through that process, anybody, his mom, his dog, his cousin, his auntie, his uncle, his nephew, his child can get into that industry and start selling in that industry wearing the title of the titans of that industry. And when an industry has massive magnetic temptation in what it can produce for you, for example, in marketing, marketing can change your entire business. That means it can change your entire life. That means it can change your entire paradigm of happiness. So it is very alluring when somebody turns around to you and says, hey, I can build a campaign that can make you all this money, give you all this freedom, and afford you all this choice. So much so that you can end up investing in somebody who don't know what they're doing. And that is one of the reasons why we have this problem. And that's compounded with the likes of Ty Lopez and Gary Vaynerchuk. Hey, you can start an agency, you can do whatever you want to do. Just tell your mom to F you and hey, you're fine. Or hey, you can just, all you need to do is read books. Hey, yeah, there's more to it, man. There's way more to it. And I could go on about that all day long, but there's way more to it, especially taking it from someone like me who is a seasoned marketer, knows what he's doing, has produced, has failed, and has looked like a donkey many times. You have to know the journey. But when you understand that, it's uncomfortable, and it's so much so that I've got a very interesting story to illustrate how this kind of went, particularly probably one of Ty Lopez's students or something. I was pitching for work on Upwork the other day. Yeah, I've never done this before. A friend of mine twisted my arm and says, hey, you need to start, or you should start using some of these crowdsourcing platforms to actually look for work. And I'm like, yeah, nah, man, I feel like perceptually that's not the right thing to do. It's like, look, it's just another channel. You got Facebook ads, you get leads from Facebook ads, you got LinkedIn, you got places that you go to, you got referrals. You decide it as another channel. I was like, you know what, I'm overthinking it. Sure, why not? So I decided to pitch it to create a profile, and then you propose for work. So people advertise for a job that they want on a job board, and then of course you propose for new work. So I was like, okay, did it. Didn't want to go down the blagging route. Blagging is a UK word for lying, my American watchers or viewers. I didn't want to lie to people and make out that I was something I'm not, or I don't want to get fake reviews. So most people do on Upwork, especially these little marketers, they get taught by some bigger marketer or marketing mentor that all you need to do is go on Upwork, get these fake reviews from friends, and pay them money, and they send money back, and before you know it, you've got your profile. And after you got your profile, you can start pitching for work, and people will believe you more easily, pure and simply because they'll perceive that you're better than you are. I'm not into that. If you've got stuff behind you to actually show that you are who you say you are, you can use that in a pitch, in a post, and you can pretty much resonate with the person that's advertising for the job. They'll read your stuff and they'll know if it's the truth. So I basically said in my post, look, everyone on this list is probably lying. And you can see because they'll say these kind of things and these kind of things when that's not what smart people do. And lo and behold, this woman decided to respond to me. She says, hey, I like you, really like your proposal. May I ask, if we hire you, or do you allow us to use your case studies? What? Yeah, okay. And I'm thinking, okay, so we got a white label person, and the person that's an agency, or probably one person who's going to, her niche was real estate, well, that's the niche that her mentor told her. Her niche was real estate, and she was going to go to real estate people and say, we can build you advertising campaigns to get you more clients and more customers, and they want to obviously go to us to do it. I said yes, you can use our case studies. At the end of the day, more work for us, great. She says, oh, great, because we need some case studies in the pitch, and would you be able to help us actually come in on the pitch? So you want us to jump on the call with you while you pitch. Okay, fine. And she says, I know, and obviously can I white label the case study so it's like, it looks like it's my own. And then I started to just trail and carry on with this, so much so that I started to teach her on how this stuff really was supposed to work. And I was explaining to her, this is who you do listen to, this is who you do not listen to, this is what you do, this is what you don't do. And it's like, that's the state of marketing, to a point where a genuine person can go on a platform like Upwork, look for work, and that's the kind of person that you're hiring, or someone can go to a marketing agency or go to a person and say, hey, I'm a social media expert, yeah, I can do this, yeah, I can do that, or yes, I can do this, yes, I can do that. They take you and they take your money, and then they go into these platforms, they pay people money to go and deliver, and they present the work that doesn't even belong to them, to you as a ploy to get you to part with your cash. Now, so long as you get the result, none of that matters. So if they're hiring really good people, it's cool. But they often don't, because they don't know what good people even look like. So as a result, you have this mess that is starting to perpetuate itself, so much so that people lose faith in who they can hire, who they can't hire, and they have massive anxiety when it comes to hiring marketers and marketing agencies. And this is really the undoing, and this is why marketers are dodgy, and why you can't trust most marketing agencies. And I won't even put me above that. I will say to most people, you've got an innate ability, everyone's got it in them, to sniff bullshit. It's something that has a certain scent, and you'll pick it up if you're real with yourself and you're honest with yourself and you do your homework. When you talk to somebody who apparently knows what they're talking about, you should feel a certain energy and a certain vibe, like you're feeling now, that the person that you're listening to gets it. And if they get it and you're paying them to get it and do it for you and get the result you're looking for, that's the right person. Otherwise, steer clear.